Welcome back everyone to another video. So in this video today we are paint restoring the drift WAGS. So it's currently up on jack stands at the moment and in an awkward position because at the time of filming this I'm also halfway through doing the rear-wheel drive conversion video. Not sure what's going to come out first. I think this one's coming out first, this video. But anyway, the Subi paint isn't too bad at all really, but I think it was a good opportunity to make a video on it. I don't care too much as it is just a drift car, track car, but all the paint on the car we're going to be buffing, cleaning it. Unfortunately it is on jack stands, so it will not be getting a proper wash. Don't freak out, the details, I don't care too much. And we'll be buffing it and also learning to spray the wing and the center wing. I'm going to learn to paint them just in preparation for the Civic, so I'll go through the stages of sand, prime, paint, clear, put it back on the car. I've paint matched it the best I can with this white. Also another reason I just want to buff the whole car so it matches. It's probably not going to be the best spray job, but I'm keen to do it and learn. I've got a mate coming over to show me who's an apprentice painter, so it should come out good. And while I'm at it, I'm actually going to paint the mirrors too, because I do like the mirrors, but they don't match perfectly to the bottom half, so I'll just paint them white. Now for example, when I say the paint's not the best, like it's hard to see on camera, but you can kind of, and it's like dirty, but it's gritty. There's nothing like it, everything's sticking to it because there's no polish or anything on it, so it'll be really nice to give this a polish back. Just things like, you can see it's a bit hazy in that, so give that a good clean up. I've already taken the roof wing off and the center wing, which was held on with so much 3M tape, so I'm gonna have to get some more. I thought it was almost bolted on, it was on there that good, but I'll have to clean all this up and we'll start fresh with a clean surface. It won't be any crazy type of video. There'll be a little, I'm not going to show every step of polishing a car. There's millions of videos out there. This is not a tutorial on how to polish a car, so but I used to be a detailer, so I'm just going to do a half-assed job, make it look pretty from afar, and we're good to go. And then yeah, there'll be a lot more on the painting side of things, and then there'll be a little bit of a final edit video of what she looks like, so hopefully it goes well. Alrighty, so I've got the mirror off now. I don't have the other side off yet, bit of a pain to get to, but that's all pretty much all off, getting ready to sand down and start painting. So now I'm about to start the pre-wash and then we'll start buffing. If you can see it from here, this is a wheel cleaner bottle. Don't use wheel cleaner on your car. I don't have any like touchless wash at the moment, so this is just water and a pre-wash. So if you are doing this and for some reason you're following me along with what I'm doing, don't do what I'm doing. Don't be lazy. Take your car off jack stand, wash it properly, do your proper wash process before you start buffing, because this shit's going to scratch your car. I just don't care. So just, that's another warning. If you now decide to do it, that's on you. I don't care anymore. Perfect, just like that, she's ready to be buffed. So I just gave it a quick clean over. To be honest, it really hurt my soul, the noises that was making as I was dragging that shit microfiber over it, but it's done, it's clean, it looks pretty good now. And then I've got a mate coming over tomorrow to show me how to spray those parts. So in the morning I'm going to be sanding them, so it's just scuffing them back pretty much. We'll do the paint process and I'll film that and then let that cure, because it's going to take about a day to cure. Once it's curing, I'll buff that. Bike getting excited down the road. Yeah, once it's curing, we'll buff the car, then I'll reassemble and I'll get a little cheeky shot of it while it's on jack stands, and that'll pretty much be it. So we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, it's the next day. We have full painting clothes on. Mate's about to get here. In the meantime, I've scuffed up some things, so you can kind of see this whole mirror's scuffed, getting ready to paint. I've just scuffed the center wing. I'm about to go get the other mirror off and scuff all of it. Then she is ready. It literally just rained. It just sprinkled a little bit. The sky's not looking too good, but that's the only bit. So hopefully that's pissing off that way and never coming back. We should be good to go. So I'm gonna set some stuff up. I'll sand a little bit, I'll film a little bit of the sanding. I don't really know what I'm looking at in terms of paint, but Max, my mate, does. We might not even need to use clear in this situation if it is a solid, not a base. I'm pretty sure it is solid because it's just a single type of white on these, but we shall see. Either way, we've got everything here if we need to do the full procedure. So let's get into it. Alrighty, most of the day's over now. We've sprayed up all the pieces. We've got overspray bloody everywhere, but it came out pretty good. Max let me have a go with the gun. Interesting experience, but I'll show you what we've got. Mirrors came out good. The paint's pretty close match once we buff this car. The wing came out pretty good. Like I said, we didn't go for anything special. We didn't fix any imperfections in the fiberglass or anything like that. Unfortunately, the center wing, we were trying to lay it down, so it actually didn't need clear. It was it's called a solid, not a base, so they have clear in them. So we gave it a quick prime. We didn't really need to, but we did. Just to give it a good base to stick to, and then we banged the color on. And as we were going, because it's a cheap gun and that, for some reason something happened when we were spraying the last coat on the center wing, and water got through the water trap and into the paint and blasted water onto the paint. Now it separated the paint a bit, so it's really spotty. So once it cures, we're going to try and wet sand it a little bit and see what the best we can get at it. I don't care about respraying it, it's fine. Something's better than nothing, so, but I'll show you what we've got. So the mirrors have come out mint as. They look great. We've got the wing over here. Nice and glossy as well. Looks awesome. Compared to what it did, although it already has bloody dirt all over it, so that's kind of annoying, but lucky it's dry already. We're sweet. And then the wing, the center wing. So the center wing came out, don't know, I'll turn it on. So the center wing came out so good too. Nice and glossy, but if you come over here, don't know if you're going to be able to see it on camera. See it like there, right there, and dots all throughout. It was literally the last pass and the gun felt off, and we looked down, and because it was so sunny when we were painting we couldn't really see it. It was too late. It is what it is. It's not actually that bad, and we already had 2.5 or so coats on there. So I'll let it set, 2,500 grit wet, buff it off, see what we can come up with. Hopefully we can get it a little bit better. Doesn't faze me too much, and then we'll put it all on the car. So from now, until we buff the car and then remount everything, and she's good to go. This kind of feels pretty wrong, to be honest, to sand your freshly done paint job, but it's got to happen. So it's so wrong. feels so wrong. So make sure you get a water squirter. I've got a little bucket thing here of water, but I'd probably use a water, like actual spray gun, or like spray. And see what happens, I guess, and we'll go from there. Okay, once again it's been a couple of days and now it's bloody raining, so it's probably really loud on the roof. But the reason it's been a couple of days is the video will already be out before this one because it's been fast tracked. And if we go over here, the Civic, the Civic's dead, which there will be a video on it. Unfortunately she go boom boom, so once again the Subi has now been put off again. And yeah, so it is what it is. Back into it, sanding, and I'm about to start polishing. So I've done pretty much all the sanding now, except because of the stress of everything, I left this sandpaper on the wing, and it did this. Which that's not ripped paint off, that's actually sandpaper stuck to the paint. But oh well, I'll have to sand that off. But you can kind of see how we've got, I hope the rain's not too loud, but we couldn't get it all out. I probably could have gone further with this, but you know, there's only 2 or 3 coats on it, so I didn't want to go too thin. I don't care enough. So you can see that there's still some there, but it's not too bad, so that'll buff out nice. I'll have to get that off, but for now I'm just going to start the polish process on this one. So because we cleaned it the other day, I'm probably going to have to give it a quick wipe over again because it's just been a mess around, and the tape fell off. But I'll get the polisher out and we'll start going to town on the polish, and it's going to come up mint as. Alrighty, so about to get into it. Pretty much I have a variable speed, random orbital, or dual action polisher if you want to call it that. That's it. You can pick these up at like your auto parts stores and that. Very simple. I've had this for years, never let me down. I've got a medium pad on it. These ones are off Amazon. They're pretty good quality. I can't remember the name of them. This is like medium cut pad. Nothing crazy because it's not that bad, but nothing light because I'm not waxing it. This is my go-to for 90% of things. A guy's Ultimate Compound. It's awesome shit. And then just you want to use good microfibers to take the compound off when you're done. Alrighty, that's that panel done. It came out pretty bloody good, considering it took about 5 seconds. So now it's just pretty much going to be copied the rest because it's all the same, doesn't matter what panel you're doing. So I'll show you quickly what it looked like. So this is what it did look like, and it's hard to see on camera, but yeah, it looks good, but that looks a hell of a lot better. So yeah, pretty much that's going to match our new paint a lot better than this dull crap. And that's come out I'm pretty happy with that for 22-year-old paint. That looks pretty mint. So we'll go along, we'll do the rest of the car with it, and then we'll be back. So you've just seen a little bit of the polishing process on this, and I'm low-key pissed because it's been raining on and off the past however many days. And I know my roof has like bolt holes in it, or screw holes, previous screw holes, so it lets a bit of water through. I didn't realise it was as bad as it is. So my plan was I'm done polishing the whole car now, and then it was to wax it because it's a single stage. It doesn't give like that. It's It's soft and shiny, but it doesn't give it the same feeling a wax does. Because it will be sitting in the sun, I'll just wax it. But I come out to wax it, it rains, and look what happens. And it's like rusty mud water, and because it's not waxed and only polished, it's eroded into the paint again. For fuck's sake. And it's done it on this quarter as well. Just to really piss me off, eh? So, the rest of the car looks schmick. I'll probably wax the rest of the car, quickly do that and then wax it straight away, instead of starting with it like I did. It is what it is, but I've got to shoot down to the store to get some tape for the wing, center wing, and clean the old tape off. I still got to get that sandpaper crap off, but it happened while the paint was still curing. It's not stuck, like it's not going to rip the paint off, but I wanted the paint to fully cure before I use like a chemical on it, so it should be all good now. It's been quite a few days, so I'll clean that up, we'll polish that up as well, put that on there, and then it's a bit annoying because it is on Jack's hands, can't get a real nice cinematic of it or anything, but you know, I will put it on there. I probably won't even film the wax process. Just to wax, you just get any wax on, wax off. We've all seen the bloody show, we've all heard the saying, so yeah, that's all you got to do. So now we're pretty much going to jump to the car, put back together, and what she look like, and hopefully it doesn't rain in the process, so that's not wet. But this will be the final reveal of it. This is how it looks. The paint has been restored to an extent for a drift car. I'm stoked with this paint. So I want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video.